All right, ladies and gents, we'll get this one underway. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Good to have everybody on. Let me see. We might be able to get the comments rolling today. We might not. We will try for it. Do me a favor, put a 1 in the comments. If you can hear me okay, if you can hear me loud and clear, put a 1 in the comments. Just let me know. I'm over here drinking my juice. All right, cool. I can see a little bit of the comments, but not too much, but it's okay. No big deal. We'll go ahead and get it rolling anyway, right on time, and hopefully we'll be finished on time. Now, the last one we did, the recording didn't upload. I don't know if it was my Wi-Fi. I was in Dallas at the time, but now I am in back at home in sunny Florida. Okay, couldn't wait to get back to the crib, and hopefully this one will upload. But just in case it don't, I'm gonna just tell y'all flat out: take copious amounts of notes because I feel sorry for anybody who doesn't get this information. I'm just being frank about this. I had a real funny feeling uh, that this was one that needed to be done for sure. We'll give it another 30 seconds for people to hop on. Let me see what else. Yeah, I don't have yeah, some of the comments I can see, some I can't. But keep the comments going. They'll show up on the replay. And hopefully y'all are a product of the product. This is absolutely delicious. Right here and here I have a Mind, Body, Soul, Slimmer, Nourish, fulvic acid, purge tonic. This is a magnesium, zinc, silver. It's pretty much every HBN product we have in there. And yes, I know it's not for everybody, but I do put Mio in that, and it's delicious, and I chug it. It's better without Mio, but if if that's the only way you're gonna drink it, Alexandria Brighton did say it is better to get the product into your body any way, shape, or form, and over time your taste buds will change, and you'll actually like the regular raw, uncut flavor of the products. And I'm actually getting to that point. Some of the products I do just take regularly. But that being said, let's go ahead and dive into the information. I don't want to penalize the people who are on time. And thank y'all for dialing us up tonight. Just so y'all know, if I haven't met y'all yet, we got a lot of new people joining. We purged out a lot of old people at the group. And this is, in my opinion, the Facebook Live that is going to take your HBN business from here to here. Now, I know everyone says that, everyone thinks that, everyone hears that. Just hear me out. Every once in a while, there is some critical information that once you get it, if you take action on it, it'll get you where you got to go. Okay, I just don't like a lot of us are already well running the race of where we want to go with this business. Some of you may not be, and hopefully this information you get tonight will kind of shake you off. Okay, will kind of shake the rust off and get you out of whatever funk you've been in and get you situated, running all the way up to our Green Organics family event in Atlanta on October the 20th, 21st, and 22nd. So yeah, hopefully this will be the one. Now, the first thing you got to realize, and we titled it Escaping the Matrix. Now, hear me out. Okay, hear me out. Is escaping the matrix is predicated upon two things. All right, two things that you got to understand. Number one, you have to realize that there actually is a matrix. All right, some people do not want to acknowledge that. They think that the government is their friend. They think that you still got to go to college to get a good job so you can retire at 65 and vacation and travel the world. Some people still actually believe this stuff. It's shocking to me, but some people do. They simply aren't aware that there is a matrix. Some of y'all might be on here tonight, but please stay to the end of the live and let me educate you. Let me do my best to get to take the rust off so y'all understand what you're dealing with right now. But number one, you gotta realize there is a matrix. And then number two, you gotta want to get out. Now, even in the movie The Matrix with Keanu Reeves, one of the little dudes knew there was a matrix and he didn't want to get out. He said, you know what? I don't have to be great. I don't have to be real. I don't have to be a star. My family don't need nothing special. Just let me stay with my little life, just going to my grave. I'm happy with a cheeseburger and a 2-week vacation once a year. And my kids, they might not have everything they want, but they got 80% of what they need. And I'm not destined for more. I like regular. I like regular stuff. I like having just enough money in the bank to make it. I'm comfortable with that. That is what some people think. So one, you got to realize there is a matrix, and number two, you got to want to be out. Okay, so that's the fact. Now let's talk about. Hold on one second. Let me do a quick audience check. I think we're good. Let me see. Let me see. Who am I missing on here? It's not giving me all of the viewers. That's okay. Hopefully they will be on because a lot of people are going to be mad if they don't get this information. So let's talk about the Matrix is not an actual prison per se, or else it may feel that way. Now, for some people, it is. But for those of y'all who are understanding what I'm saying, the Matrix is a financial system that is specifically designed to occupy 100% of your life, 100% of your life until you die. I'm going to say it again. The matrix, as we're speaking of, is a financial system in the US. This is all around the world, but I can only speak for the US. It is a financial system that is specifically designed to occupy 100% of your life until you die. Now, I know that sounds ridiculous because the key is the real hint of it is that you are not supposed to know that it occupies 100% of your life. Okay? You're not supposed to know that. Now, there are people that sing about it. There are people that rap about it. There are people that do TV shows and podcasts about it. And there are pastors who talk about it. There are sometimes people on Facebook who wake other people up to the reality that you are probably in a financial system specifically designed to occupy 100% of your life until you die. Let me show you. Okay. So for most people, not everybody, but for most people, this is their life. This is their life. Not everybody, most people. At 9 in the morning, they go to work. 9 in the morning, they at work at 9 in the morning. Got to be at work. And they're working until 5 o'clock. You get a little lunch break. Okay, cool. And then at 5 o'clock, you leave work. And by the time you get home and settled in, it's about 6. So put a 1 in the chat if you can agree that most people, not everybody, most people about 5 days a week work for somebody else, which is fine, from like 9 to 6. Now, sometimes when you're at work, you may not be working the whole time. You might be on Facebook for like 30 minutes here, 20 minutes there. You might take a smoke break, go to the bathroom. But for the most part, your hours are accounted for at work because if they weren't, you wouldn't have to go there. So please put a 1 in the chat or put some hearts in the chat. Hit the heart button a couple times if it's even on the screen. I can't tell. I'm trying to see what's easier for me to see since I can't see the comments. Most people work from 9 to 6. By the time you get home, it's 6 o'clock. And get settled, it's 6 o'clock. Now from 6 to 9, okay, how many people agree that that is the time that you spend to unwind, to eat food, to eat with your family? Okay, you talk to your kids, you help them with homework, you talk to your spouse about how their day was. How many people can agree that food and family and any fun you're going to have is probably from 6 to 9? If y'all watching a football game that night, like there's some football games going on yesterday, I think, or something like that. That's kind of what goes on from 6 to 9, yes or no? So from 9 to 6, work, and from 6 to 9, there is typically family, kids, your spouse, talking to each other, homework, food, you got to eat, you got to make food, you got to clean the kitchen. So from 6 to 9. So from 9 to 9, can we agree that your hours are accounted for most people? Not everybody. Yeah, just put some hearts in the comment section if this makes sense. Okay. Yeah, because I can see the hearts. I can see a faint heart outline on there, right? All right, you got it. Okay. So from 9 to 9, that's 12 hours of your day. That is already gone. And because everybody here is putting hearts in the chat, I understand that you understand what I'm saying. You may have time to make a phone call while you're driving in traffic, but for the most part, your time from 9 to 9 is accounted for. And the little bit of time you have is specifically designed where you can make a phone call while you're driving or answer a quick text message at work or lose yourself on the social media scroll hole for 5 or 10 minutes before your boss come back on your cubicle. That is specifically put in there too, specifically so that you don't realize that all your hours from 9 to 9 are all squared away already. Your kids demand it, your spouse demands it, your job demands it, and then you demand it. You got to go to the bathroom, brush your teeth at some point, all right? So 9 to 9. Then around 9, you start getting your household ready for bed. The kitchen get clean, you take out the trash, you're getting the kids ready for bed, you take a shower and get ready for bed. How many people can agree that the hours from 9 to 10 are typically When you start getting ready for bed and everybody gets situated, if you got a significant other or a spouse, some other stuff might be going on around 10 or 11 o'clock. But the point is, we can agree from 9 to 10, we start getting ready for bed. And at about 10 until you are in bed, put a heart in the chat if this makes sense. Keep them coming if this makes sense. So we can agree from 9 a.m. to 10 p.m., our hours are all accounted for. And by 10 p.m., 11-ish, we're asleep. Yes? Okay. Now, from 10 o'clock, we're going to count off 8 hours of sleep. Now, yes, you're going to get up and go to the bathroom. Yes, some days you may go to sleep a little bit later. Yeah, some days you'll wake up a little bit earlier. But typically, 8 hours of sleep is about optimal for a human being. If you do 6 hours of sleep for too long, you're going to get sick. Okay? If you do 11, 12, 13, 14 hours of sleep, you can't. That's impossible. You got jobs and kids. You can't do it. So 8 hours of sleep is what you need, and eventually you're going to get 8 hours of sleep, give or take, because you can't work. Your body will break down. You got to get at least 8 hours of sleep at some point. You can only do 4 or 5 hours of sleep for so long. All right, hear me out. So you go to bed at 10, and let's count off 8 hours of sleep. 11, 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now, when you wake up at 6 o'clock, yawn, you wake up, make yourself a cup of coffee. As soon as 7 o'clock hit, boom, got to get the kids up. Now you got to get the kids up. You got to get the kids up now. And now you got to get them fed. You got to get them dressed. You got to deal with whatever they're going through. You and your spouse are juggling. Or if you're a single parent, Lord, if you're a single parent, how hard is that? You got to get everything done and then get the kids on the bus. So you up at 6. And by the time you get the kids all situated and you dressed and everybody ready, you get them to school 7:30, 8 o'clock, you got to go to work. You got to be at work by 9. So literally, we just showed you that every single hour of your day is accounted for. You have just enough free time in the middle so that you might not have noticed. Okay? And you got to literally repeat that process every single day. That's how it is. That's how it is. And that's most people, not everybody, but that's most people. Your time is accounted for from 9 to 6, from 6 to 9, from 9 to 10, from 10 to 6, from 6 to 9, it's over. All you have is the occasional holiday. Good luck with that. Excuse me. And the weekends. Well, we got the weekends though, right? We're not in the matrix the whole time. We got the weekends. Well, what do most people do on the weekends? Let's be real. They might not put this on Facebook. Let me tell you what most people do on the weekends. I wrote it down for you. Household stuff. You're cleaning the house. You're doing laundry. Stuff you didn't have time to do during the week. If you need to go get a haircut, excuse me, for the kids, they're getting a haircut on the weekends. If you got to go to the grocery store, you're going to the grocery on the weekend with everybody else. You got church, you going to church with everybody else. And that's a whole nother time commitment. You go clean up the house, or if one of the kids' classmates got a birthday party, that's on the weekend too. Even if your birthday ain't on the weekend, you still having a birthday party on the weekend. Why? Because the matrix took up all of your time during the week. So during the weekend, all you're doing is resetting. And then Sunday night, you're getting ready for Monday. So that's over. So any entertainment you want, if you want a date night or a movie, that's all the weekends, and everybody crowded to go do it together. This is why businesses charge more on the weekends. This is why airfare is more on the weekends. This is why hotels charge more on the weekends. This is why Disney World charge more on the weekends. The ticket's cheaper during the week. Everybody charge because they know you don't have a choice. The matrix dictate that you do anything fun, house cleaning, vacation, date night, birthday, anything's gonna be on the weekend, even if that ain't the day it's supposed to be. Okay. And then church is specifically designated on the Sunday because the matrix ain't gonna let you go to church during the week. And if you think that you're not, you gotta go to work during the week. So you every single day and all the weekends is all accounted for everybody for the most part. That is the matrix. You're in it. You used to retire at like 65. You see more and more people working at Walmart who are 65 years old or older as the door greeters, right? And you typically, the average age of death in America is like the 70s. So you only got 5 to 10 years left to live anyway. And then even though you're not working no more, most people who are of retirement age are actually back in the workforce, and they had the same thing, 9 to 5, 9 to 6. They got the same thing. And then if you're not making money for the matrix in work as an elderly person who's 65, 70 years old, then you're going to actually be on so many prescription drugs, you're making money from them that way, and you're basically a zombie until you die because you're on 10, 20, 30 prescription drugs, and you're going to the doctor every day. Get your jab, Get your vaccines, get your boosters, get prescription drugs, get everything we telling you to keep you alive, and you're gonna die in 5 to 10 years anyway. That's life. That's the matrix. And everybody is in it or out of it or aware of it or impacted by it by some point. Well, Will, that is a truly, truly terrible thing. And I can hear you saying it, man. I don't want to be in the matrix. How I get out? What I need to do? How I get out? Well, I'm gonna tell you. You got it. This is how this works. And FYI, of course, you forget, college is specifically designed to groom your children for the matrix. Just know that. They have job fairs in college. Okay, I'm just telling you, society is specifically groomed to just the way it is today. It might not have always been this way. I wasn't alive back then, but I can tell you now. College is specifically designed, for the most part, to groom your children for the matrix. Okay, how do you know? Because the United States has an education budget, but you know what they don't have? An entrepreneur budget. There is no self-defense budget. There is no budget for anything that would make you independent or safe. There's no karate budget. There's not even a budget to help people go to the gym and get healthy. There's budget for healthcare, prescription drugs, vaccines. There's a budget for education so we can indoctrinate you into hyper liberal or hyper conservative, far right wing or far left wing ideology, whatever fits the thing at the time. It is specifically designed to get you into the matrix and have you stay there till you die. Put a heart in the chat if that makes sense and you understand that's how most people live their whole life. Understand that. So when they see us doing what we do, it don't make sense. Network marketing has got to be a scam or a scheme. Why? Because the matrix has programmed them to say that. Scam or a scheme. They have to think that. And then you actually do have some network marketing companies that quite frankly are scams or schemes, and they're making the game bad for everybody. All right, let's talk about how to get out of the matrix. Okay? Let me see. Yeah. And that's the thing. Sports too. Sport, like when you have any free time, all of the sports and stuff is a distraction. The false flag attacks in the country, that's distractions. Everything, you name it, it's a distraction. All of the funny stuff they do is distractions to just keep you going to work, keep you in the matrix, give us our money, give us all your time. Then before you die, give us all your money and prescription drugs, give us all your retirement because of your health. Yeah, and then die. But make sure to raise your kids first and get them into the matrix before you die. Thanks. Signed, the elite people who control the world. Yeah, that's what they do. Okay, so let's talk about how to get out of it. I'm gonna give you 8 steps. You gotta have it. Number 1, before we even talk about the 8 steps to get out of the matrix, I'm gonna go through this real quick. Can somebody put in the comments? I'm gonna try to see what time is it on Central Standard Time? Somebody let me know what time is it. And yeah, no, sports is not a distraction for people who play the sport. And sports is not a distraction for the coaches. Those are jobs, those are roles. And again, notice I said for everybody. I didn't say, oh, I'm right on time. Good. I didn't say it's like this for everybody. I said most people. Okay, understand that. So I'm not knocking sports. I love sports. I play sports. I coach sports. I enjoy sports. I go to sports games. Understand that. But for the players and the coaches, those are jobs and roles and futures. College kids even making money in NIL right now. Like those are careers. Don't get it twisted. But for most people, most sports are a distraction so that they don't never figure out, I'm in the matrix. This is weird. I'm not in control of a single hour of my life. They tell me what to do. They tell me what to think. They want to know what I do, and they think I don't know. Okay? I'm working, like the dude said in the song, the dollar is taxed to the moon or whatever. I mean, that's the matrix. All right. So number 1, you need to understand that you need a financial vehicle to get out of the matrix. This is true. You need a financial vehicle. All right. And the financial vehicle we deal with is network marketing. Now you could go with the traditional business. That takes some money to start up. The traditional business failure rate is 80 to 90%. The network marketing failure rate is 80 to 90%. But it costs a lot less to get involved in network marketing, so you stand to lose a lot more. You stand to lose a lot less. In traditional business, if you start traditional business and you fail, you're probably bankrupt. You're probably bankrupt. Just understand that, okay? So from a standpoint of traditional business, that costs a lot, requires a whole lot of special skills and things of that nature. Just understand that. But you don't want to avoid network marketing as a business model for the reasons I'm about to tell you, okay? Now, this is assuming, I haven't even got to the first point yet, but assuming that your network marketing company has good timing, has an aggressive pay plan. Like you can't fall for this stuff that people are doing where they're convincing people that you should not be paid when people buy products from you, that you should just be paid on the membership. This is silly. There's no money involved in that. You'll never be able to afford to retire doing that. And the person net marketing started that, the owner of that particular company, is on video saying it will take you a much more amount of work, much harder, and a much larger team to make any significant income. The owner of the company said it. It's just that people don't want to acknowledge the truth. So if you want to make a lot of money, stay away from that business model. Go with the business model where you get paid per product. It just makes sense. It's how business is done. It makes sense. All right. Now hear me out. The next thing that you have is, and people talk about, oh, well, never mind, I'll get into that later. All right. But you need timing, you need an aggressive pay plan, you need in-demand products. You don't necessarily need the cheapest product in the world. You need a product that people will buy. You need a product that does what it says it's going to do. Okay. And you need products that are relevant, that people actually want, that matter. Okay. Let's just here. All right. Let me see. The what? Oh yeah. The owner definitely cleans up. Yeah, the owner make plenty bread. Yeah, it's easy, man. All right. The next thing is in-demand product. You need to have leadership because leadership's important, and you can't have leaders that are overly negative. You can't have leaders that jump around from company to company to company to company. That's not a leader. That's a jumper. Those I've always called it. People get mad. Those are MLM prostitutes. All right. There's a lot of them in the industry right now. You got the owners of some of these companies. That's the MLM pimps, and then you got the people that just keep jumping from company to company. Like literally, I don't mean one or two companies. I mean 6 companies in a year. I mean, they got a career of 15 to 20 to 30 companies. I kid you not. They're doing 5 and 6 companies at the same time. Not one, not two, like 10. It's wild to see. This is really a thing for people. There's no money in that. You got to have real leaders. You got to have timing of the company. You got to have an aggressive pay plan, in-demand products, leadership, and you got to have a system. You got to have a system in place. It got to either be a website, gift cards, back office. You got to have machinery set up in place for you to, to be able to make money with this type of stuff. All right. So let me give you the 8 steps to get out of the matrix. Number 1, you need your business with a low barrier to entry because you can't be the only one involved. You can't be the only one involved. You got to have a low barrier to entry. Your network marketing company or your traditional business, whatever, it cannot cost 50 grand to get in. It can't cost 100 grand to get in. It can't take a college degree to get in. It can't take a law degree. Like law school, you got to get a law degree. Well, I could be a doctor. I can get out of the matrix doing that. Sure, you can, but you got to go to college for 4 years, medical school for 8, and pay off a bunch of student loan debt, plus malpractice insurance. Plus, you can't even practice good medicine half the time and be holistic. You got to push these harmful prescription drugs and pharmaceuticals. So you need a low barrier to entry. Okay, that's number 1. Number 2, you need products that fit the ARC model. A-R-C, ARC. You need products that fit the ARC model. Now, I'm going to tell you what ARC stands for. ARC stands for affordable. And affordable simply means that the product is affordable based on what it is and what it does. Like $50,000 may seem a lot for a product, but what if the product's a Bugatti Chiron Sport? That's like a $4 million car. So $50,000 is not a lot depending on the product. Then you have another product that may be $19. If somebody was trying to sell you a Bugatti Chiron Sport blue with the orange leather interior for $19, it would probably be a toy. It'll probably be a toy, okay? It'll probably be something like that. The price has to line up commensurate with the value of the product. So it just makes sense. So affordable. The price needs to be commensurate with the value for what it is. College has a price. Soap has a price. It needs to fit. Black seed oil's got a price. You need to have a product that fits the affordability category. Second in the ARC model is going to be relevant. Nobody is buying records and 8-tracks these days. That's not relevant no more. Okay, it's not relevant no more. Relevant is that the $1 trillion health and wellness upward trend. That's relevant. These products like magnesium and silver, stuff like it's relevant now. Okay, we're talking about black seed oil. Black seed oil ain't never been more relevant in history. It got to be relevant, okay? And then third is actually my favorite. It has to be consumable, preferably a 30-day consumable, okay? So affordable, relevant, consumable, and you can do a deep dive on any one of those verticals. But it preferably needs to be consumable, a 30-day consumable. This is why gas companies make so much money because gasoline is consumable, right? This is why coffee companies make money. Coffee is consumable. This is why Apple makes so much money because them phones, like it or not, them phones break every couple of years. They got bugs programmed into the phone. Those phones are consumable. The second a new phone comes out, you go get another one. And you just break after a while. You drop them, the screen crack, they get consumed. You got to get a new one. But 30-day consumables are ideal, like milk and even electricity. You got to pay for that. Electric cars, yes, that is still consumable because that car is going to break down one day and you're going to need a new car. So a car isn't a 30-day consumable, electricity is. But the car may be a 5-year consumable, but it's still a consumable product. It's a product that will need to be replaced at some point. Okay? A product that will need to be replaced or upgraded at some point. All right? So you need a consumable, and the products have to fit the ARC model. This is why the Forex companies and network marketing are always closed, because the educational platforms, they might have been affordable, they might have been relevant, but they weren't consumable. Once you learn the information on how to trade, you don't need to be there nowhere. You don't need it no more. This is why Netflix charges you on a monthly basis, consumable. That's why they charge you like that, okay? That's number two. Products or services must fit the ARC model, ideally speaking. Number three, the business model to get you out of the matrix needs to be able to be worked 1 to 3 hours a day, 5 days a week. That is the specific time frame and the only time frame that you will have to actually work the part-time business to get you out of the matrix without quitting your full-time job and exposing your family to unnecessary financial liability. I will say that again. Number three, the financial vehicle within network marketing that you need to use, okay, to get out of the matrix needs to be one where you can work, okay, 1 to 3 hours a day, 5 days a week, so that you do not quit your job prematurely and expose your family to unnecessary financial liability. Why do we say 1 to 3 hours a day? Because if you want to make good part-time money, you need to work your business for one a day. And the only time you have is somewhere between 6 and 9. That's why we have these Zooms and stuff when we do. This is on purpose, okay? So you got to work your business from 1 to 3 or learn about it today. We don't have a Zoom tomorrow, I don't think. So you can use the stuff you learned tonight, tomorrow for your 1 hour a day. Now, for 1 hour a day, you're going to make part-time money. You'll make some good part-time money after a while. 2 hours a day, if you do that long enough, 2 hours a day, 5 days a week, you'll make full-time money after a while. Then you can quit your job. You're out of the matrix. Congratulations. If you work 3 hours a day, 5 days a week, after a while, you'll be at the top of any pay plan in any company worth being a part of in network marketing. So it's 1 to 3 hours a day, 5 days a week. That's number three. And you choose the number of hours based on how much money you want to make, how free you want to feel, and how fast you want to win. For me, I was maxing out 3 hours every day and double that on weekends. I was actually doing 4 hours a day, 5 days a week on my business. And then I was doing 8 hours a day on the weekends. Okay. 8 hours a day on the weekends. I was doing a lot more work than most people, but I made 6 figures in my first 6 months in network marketing. So I loved it. Okay. But I did more work than anybody else I knew during that season of my life. Number four, um, if you want to have products or opportunity that requires very little education, ideally, I put this in parentheses, no new habits. So the 30-day consumable products and the business opportunity that you can learn and build in 1 to 3 hours a day, 5 days a week. That was number three. Point number four is very little education needs to be required. And in parentheses, ideally, no new habits. This is why at HBN we have tooth powder. Okay, I was traveling this weekend. I forgot my toothpaste, but I had some HBN tooth powder, okay, in my bag. I didn't have to read an instruction manual on how to use it. I dip my toothbrush in there, get it wet, brush my teeth. Done. I've been doing that my whole life. So you wet the toothbrush, dip, brush, spit out water. Done. You don't need to be educated on how to brush your teeth, I hope. So that's a great product to have because you don't need to buy nothing new. You just need to swap out your toothpaste with HB and tooth powder. It's better for you. It's organic. It's better for your gums and teeth. Okay, it's still whitening. It's amazing. It tastes great. And it's actually good for you, which is shocking. Most toothpastes, especially toothpaste with fluoride, is not good for your brain at all. Okay, it's not good for your kids. It's not good for nobody. All right. So this is why we have tooth powder. It's still on number four, which is very little education required about the product and ideally no new habits. Fulvic acid. We could educate people a lot. We could just say it's the most incredible multivitamin in the history of the world, which it is. Okay, well, how do I take it? You take a dropper, fulvic acid, you put in some water, and you drink it. That's it. How many people have used a dropper before? Everybody. You just take the dropper, put it in water, close it up, shake up the water, drink it. Done. Everybody knows how to put something in a bottle of water. We have all done that our whole life. Everybody made Kool-Aid before. Everybody made tea. You can use the powder fulvic Kool-Aid. Just scoop, water, shake, drink. That's it. Flavor as needed, just like sweet tea. Everybody made Kool-Aid. Everybody made sweet tea. Speaking of tea, You don't need a whole class on how to make tea. That's really simple. Coffee. This is why we have coffee. You don't need a whole class on what coffee is and how to make it. So it satisfies, HBN satisfies the first four of the 8-step process to get out of the matrix. Now, number 5, okay, is going to be you have to become a product of the product. You have to use the product on a daily basis. I'm drinking and getting great results from this beverage. And this beverage is easy to make and it tastes delicious. And it's good for me, okay? So you need to be a product of the product. You need to use the products daily. If you don't believe in the products that you have here at HBN with any green organics company, you don't need to be a part of this business model. Go find another business model to get out of the matrix. Number 6, okay, this is very important. Put a star by this one. Number 6 is very important. You have to master the art of rapport, ROPPORT, inviting, presenting, and closing. Those are the 4 core skills. We have over 20 network marketing skills. Okay, it's like 25 of them. All right. But the core 4 is generating rapport, inviting, presenting, and closing. I don't have time to do a deep dive and coach on those today, but just know that you are going to want to learn how to invite people using a well-worded, time-tested, proven script. You want to present the business in a way that duplicates, even if that's just sending a video. You have to know how to close. You should know how to get money on Cash App, PayPal, Venmo, the back office. You need to know how to send a link. You need to know how to talk them through how to do an order. You need to know how to set up auto ships. You need to know how to close. Okay? You need to know how to do that. You need to know how to establish rapport, invite, present, and close. And presenting can be as simple as sending a video or giving out a sample. I'll do a training on that later, but that's number 6. You need to master the art of rapport generation, inviting, presenting, and closing. All right. Well, Will, what about prospecting? You don't have to worry about prospecting because you meet people every day. There's over 2.9 billion people on Facebook. You meet people every day when you leave your house. And if people come to your house, like the DoorDash people or the lawn guy or whatever, okay, if some of y'all got money, got a pool guy, people come to your house all the time. And you go to other people, be it the barber, the hairdresser, the grocery store, the doctor, the dentist. Everybody goes to meet people and people all come to meet you. So you don't really have to worry about prospecting. And Facebook got 2.9 billion active users on it. And here's the thing about people that you meet. Everybody almost is looking to either make money. Everybody, almost anybody you know is looking to lose weight. Everybody or anybody you know is looking to either drinks coffee or tea at least occasionally or knows someone who does. Everybody you know is looking to either be younger or feel fit. Feel better, sleep better. Everybody you talk to has at least one thing that a HBN product could help with. So you don't have to worry about prospecting. It happens naturally. All right. Number 7, okay, is that once you've established and learned these and became a master at these things, of course you have to recruit people. This is obvious. Nobody denies that. You need to recruit in retail. But the real key about number 7 is using those skills that you learned at number 6, mastering, rapport, inviting, presenting, closing. And then in number 7, that's when you recruit in retail. You need to be recruiting and retailing for 80% of the time you're spending building your business. You need to be recruiting and retailing. I'm just telling you, if you're working for 2 hours a day, 30 minutes can be learning or teaching or something like that, but 90 minutes, your 2 hours a day need to be recruiting and retailing because that's what we get paid to do. We'll do a call on that later. That's number 7, recruiting and retailing. Number 8 is going to be that once you are mastered those arts and once you're recruiting and retailing at a high level, number 8 is you need to teach people to teach people to teach people. Okay? You need to teach people to teach people to teach people. That is how you really get your business going. And so that's the 8 steps to get out of the matrix. That's the 8 steps to get out of the matrix. The only other thing you got to understand is that you can't quit. If you quit too soon, you will 100% lose, and all 8 of those steps don't matter. So let me close this with a story. I got another Facebook Live to do on a whole different subject matter, and I'll go to Sana Group. Now, imagine the stuff, you know there's a matrix, and now you have a proven blueprint on how to get out. We've all used this same blueprint. Myself, Coach Marcus, Melissa Brower, so many others who've made significant income, somehow, some way have used this blueprint. And it's common sense to say you can't quit. But let me tell you, let's say, for example, you are on one side of the Mississippi River. You're on the east bank of the Mississippi River. And let's say that you need to get to the west bank. And on the west bank of the Mississippi River, there is money and good health and friends and relationships and fancy cars and a big house and money in the bank for your kids to go to college if they want, and you'll help them become an entrepreneur. Everything you want in your 20 reasons why is on the West Bank, and you're currently on the East Bank. And so in network marketing, let's say you start swimming from the East Bank over to the West Bank, and you master rapport, you master inviting, you're still swimming, you're trying to get over the West Bank, you master presenting and closing, you master it, you're teaching people to teach people to teach people, you're almost there, then you quit. Once you quit, you can't just stay in the water. Quitting is the equivalent, because you got to still go back to work. So quitting is the equivalent of swimming all the way back to the East Bank. You did all of that work, used those products, changed your life, talked to those people, took all that rejection on the chin, had your friends and family tell you it was a scam, had people talking crazy on you about the internet, they won't see no part of you in real life. You taking up your vacation days and not going on vacation because you building a business. You did all of that and you still quit. That's the equivalent of swimming almost all the way. And instead of swimming the last 10 feet, you swam back the 2 miles. So instead of swimming 2 miles to the goal, not that the Mississippi is 2 miles wide, I don't think it is, but instead of just swimming 2 miles to the goal, you swam almost 2 miles there, and then you swam almost 2 miles back for almost 4 miles, and then you still didn't get what you wanted. You got tired. You might have got ate by an alligator on the way back, but you still didn't get what you want, and you worked harder than the people who got what they wanted. They only swam 2 miles. They got it over with. You are tipping your toes in the water, half going, half back, Mississippi River back, almost there, back, almost there, back. Y'all, some of y'all, we swam 2 miles and got it over with. Okay? Some of y'all are literally just waiting for us to take you by the hand and do more than we've already done. And you literally swimming. You're on your 7th or 8th mile. That's why it's so hard for you, because you're not being consistent long enough to win. You're not coming to the events in Atlanta. You don't have your ticket for online. You don't have your ticket in person. The matrix is designed to make sure you can't go. We're trying to get you out, but you got to want to be out. All right. So that's all I got time for tonight. I hope this made sense. Love y'all. Be incredible. Coach Marcus, if you can somehow magically, if this uploads, post this on our Facebook for the people that are uninitiated. But I'll see y'all on the next one. Y'all have a good night. Love y'all. And get your tickets to Atlanta. For God's sake, be there. If you want out of the matrix, that's the number one thing I can recommend that you do. Join us in person in Atlanta, Georgia. We got a bigger venue just so we can accommodate twice the number of people we normally have. Please get your ticket. Please come to the event and let us help you get out of the matrix. Don't do it for us. We out. We need to do it for your family. I'm just being frank, if you care. All right. Other than that, y'all have a good night. Love y'all. See you on the next one.